Okay, folks, here we are with the next episode. There's the dancing painter. He's having a great time.
Absolutely.
So, beginning another episode of Driven Together. So, I've got Ian Fleming with me today, and he just finished staining my deck. He's willing to have a little interview with me, and we're going to take a ride right now. Navigate to the exercise coach.
And the screen. The screen is what I'm drawn to. I'll be watching movies on this thing.
Yeah.
Before it backs up on its own, do you have to, calculate it to get in?
Nope. It doesn't knows where it's going. Yep.
Yeah.
It does great on parking and backing and everything. So, what do you think?
That is ridiculous.
Isn't that
It
crazy?
is doing it on its own.
It's pretty sophisticated. So what most people have never been in a self-driving car before.
Never.
So it's kind of a neat experience. At some point, I might start letting other people sit behind the wheel, but for now, I'm just kind of control that a little bit,
Yeah.
It waits for the cars, then it takes off. You'll see when we get to the roundabout how good it does.
This will not be good in my hands. I would not be paying attention to anything.
Well, pretty soon you won't have to. The more they upgrade it, the less you have to pay attention.
Oh my gosh.
So, I can look at you and do this for, 10 seconds or something.
So how long does it self-drive? I mean, if you would say you were going to St. Louis, would it take you all the way?
It'll take you all the way to my daughter's house in St. Louis. Yeah, we just did that. We went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and it tells you where to stop and get the juice, and it'll go straight to a Tesla supercharger, stop, back into the spot, and then you just plug it in and go to the next one.
This is awesome.
Isn't that crazy what technology is already here?
Yeah. So you can say any destination and it'll take you there.
Pretty much, yep. I mean, as long as it's in the database,
Yeah. So
it knows where this park is and stuff.
You don't have to self-program it in there.
No, you can use an address, if I'm going to go to your house. What I'm more interested in knowing is, do you have AI in your life right now? Is there anything about it that is affecting you or that you foresee starting to affect you at some point?
I don't have AI. I don't have anything that I would use for AI. It's simply, like I was saying earlier, I don't know anything about it well. I know a little bit about it, but I don't know too much. Enough for me,
Yep.
I think this is the only thing that I knew about was cars.
You know that there's a lot of job loss starting right now from people in the programming sector or people that are doing customer service, telephone business and stuff.
Yeah.
So those guys are starting to feel it already. But for what you do with the carpet cleaning and stuff, you're not in any imminent danger of getting replaced.
No. Have you ever seen the movie WALL-E?
Yeah.
That's
where everybody's all fat, right?
Yeah.
That's where we're heading, Ian.
Because they didn't know what to do. I don't know how to drive a car.
What do you think about this is doing to my brain, where I don't even have to think of where I'm going or move my arms and stuff? Do you think it's healthy, or do you think it's kind of?
I think it's unhealthy. And your wife drives it.
It's her car. She's letting me drive it as we speak.
Can you just show the right there?
Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll just pick a spot. And then hit start.
Yeah, this is.
And then wind up and back into the spot. And avoid me from getting in there at the wrong angle.
I would never get out of my car. I would find a reason to drive all the time.
That's kind of what's happened. I really like driving it. It's like my hobby,
Man.
So, yeah.
This is awesome.
So there you go.
See, I didn't know this was Tesla. I just thought it was that truck that we see running around.
Oh no!
I didn't know that they had.
They got 4 or 5 different models.
Really?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Okay, so let's do the second half of this trip.
He's frunk.
Navigate home. That's the front trunk.
There's no engine in there.
Right, there's no engine, there's just storage space. It's wild in there.
Where's the engine?
There's no engine.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that'll be coming up in the next 2 or 3 years probably.
But I think if they make smaller ones and, they're starting to do the public sale, anybody can get them for a price, they're not going to have the self-driving. You're going to have to probably buy that.
The self-driving is an option, and you can get a subscription to it for like $200 a month. Or you can buy it outright, and it's like $7,000, $8,000. So that's why most people don't have it.
Wow.
And I mean, like, you don't need it. You really got a nice car that does everything you need.
If you're riding one, you kind of need it. If you've been in one that's doing it, you kind of need it.
But the thing that's really nice about it is when you take it on a trip and you're self-driving all the way someplace, you can do like a 8-hour drive and not even really feel that worn out when you get to the other end compared to when you're controlling it and stuff. So that's pretty nice.
That is awesome, man. This car is pretty cool.
Let me ask you a little deeper question. Okay, so if you can just kind of imagine 5 years down the road, what do you think compared to now? What do you think things are going to look like? And how do you think it's going to affect people's, mental health and things like that? Have you ever thought to it?
I don't think that in 5 years, too many people will be driving this.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think, and if they do, I don't think we'll ever know. You know what I mean? Because the only person that I know that has one of these is
you. Don't seem to have any fears or anything about AI.
No. It's driving because it was programmed to drive from, the maps. It can't just go to Bob's house when it just wants to go to Bob's house.
True.
So I don't think that in 5 years or 10 years we're at fear with, the robots that were walking around. I don't think we'll see those things. I think those things will be in the richest houses just to be, cutting grass or cooking or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever see one, except on TV. And so I'm not in fear. When people talk about it, I'm like, yeah, okay. I would like to have a Tesla, not that ugly truck.
In your day-to-day life, do you ever have conversations like this with anybody, or
no?
Yeah.
No, my daughter I talk to my daughter a lot. She's on the other side of me. She thinks that it'll be, a war against computers and man, and I just don't believe that'll happen. If we made it, we can get rid of it. I'm sure if 10 of these cars were out in the street and they kept crashing and everything, there's got to be a button that you can push to end the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to have a code that they can go, well, it's time to get rid of this project. Boom, it's done. And I think that's what would be the case. I think if a computer started to think for itself, they'd be like, nah, we ain't gonna have that, and they'd end it.
I hope that's the case. There's a lot going on right now.
There's a whole lot going on. I think it would be a good thing if AI was around. I wouldn't want it to take my job, but
to get all the way down to the thoughts on how people love each other, and how we're going to be able to do that when everything is automated. How's people going to have meaning in their life? And
but it will bring people closer. Because if you're if you're in the driver's seat and you have your family in the car, you can focus on the family. I know when I drove to Florida, I had to drive, so I was nervous. I was tense, and they're in the back crying and going off. So I was angry. If I didn't have to drive the car and it did it by itself, I had more time with my family. I think it would bring people together.
park in the driveway here, and then I'll get that ladder and put that back, and
That's crazy.
then we'll say goodbye. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
And that was it. Another episode of Driven Together. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.